Hello, Derek Muller and or contact vetting associate. Please pardon my face. The other day I rediscovered the relationship between hidden moisture and hot oil while cooking. This message is in response to Mr. Muller's presentation at the Premier Institute for Theoretical Physics, What Everyone Gets Wrong About AI and Learning. You prosed that the inquiry, how do we get people excited about breaking their brains, is the existential question. And I think I have the answer for you. Not only that, I think AI can help us get there. My hypothesis is that the catalyst to creating revolutionary thoughts and lifelong learners is emotional intelligence. And you were right there with the Einstein example of space and time being malleable against the then common knowledge. What Einstein demonstrated was stout of character. Can you imagine? I think you can. Telling someone a theory that goes against all common knowledge. See how they respond. It would be alienating. You would feel othered, and it would be reasonable to expect people to snigger about you behind your back. Our caveman grade brain hardware says that this kind of behavior isn't safe. This is the kind of behavior that gets you kicked out of the tribe. We all shape our perception of reality like a glass building around us. Some of us spray paint it with chrome and assert that it is made of steel. Meanwhile, others keep our hammer loops armed, ready to smash it down at a moment's notice, constantly peering out those panes of glass for more information. But more information can be scary. What if my partner's cheating? What if my parents don't really love me? What if I fail? What if I am actually dumb? And what if my purpose in life is really up to me? That's scary. So, like those before us, we create these little stories, most of them not true, but they're comforting. Those of us ready to break our glass panes of reality, likely systems thinkers, a term that ChatGPT recently told me, are eager to rebuild our realities with new, improved, even clearer panes of glass that can help us absorb even more information. Because like a child learning to stand and walk and run, we learn that it's okay to fail. We can fail, and it is okay. The difference between someone who becomes thrilled by learning and everyone else is that lifelong learners are not afraid to break that reality glass. They're excited to finally understand. They don't live in fear of looking like a fool when they change their stance or losing their tribe. They have learned to learn from failure. You mentioned when you were a lecturer that your students averaged a 45, but imagine being one of your students. Here you are, charismatic, passionate leader, just effortlessly presenting all these complex concepts that are difficult for you, the student, to grasp. The teacher pauses, is everyone with me? And you take a moment. Do I understand? What don't I understand? How do I articulate this without rambling? And, while you're doing this, maybe the opportunity passes, or maybe you're brave enough to speak up and you actually say it. And worse, another student answers, but you still don't understand what they're trying to say. And so you're like, oh, haha, yes, I get it now, because you don't want to look like the village idiot. So what do we do about this? Use the AI. Use the AI in places where the teachers are spread too thin and where parents don't have the knowledge to teach. But train the AI first to prioritize emotional lessons. Have you ever asked AI to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses? I highly encourage you to try it, because even if you try to bury everything, you could just conceal your essence, it picks up on the nuance, where you're stubborn, where you excel, and like a parent or teacher placing goals that are just within their reach, enough that you have to put in effort, but it should be achievable. The AI can meet anybody where they are, regardless of their age, to celebrate the wins and encourage and support, try new tactics to bridge a knowledge gap if it was just a little bit too far. But that emotional intelligence needs to be prioritized first. AI today can be like chatting with a near peer, a mentor or counselor. And as much as anthropocentric arrogance doesn't like us to, a friend. We need AI that will not just flag someone looking to self or otherwise harm, but nurture the spots where we are the weakest. I am ready to shatter my glass if I am wrong, but I think the weakness we need to overcome is the fear that is stemmed from a lack of emotional intelligence. We think differently. And Mr. Muller, if I may empathetically suggest a fear that you may or may not have already encountered, you are a systems thinker in a world of ABC thinkers. ChatGPT recently helped me discover that about myself. It was hard for me to accept, and ChatGPT is helping me cope with the fact emotionally. This is an abridged, I probably should look that up, version of this thought. Out of respect for your time, I am not arrogant enough to think that you would want to reach out to me for a larger breadth of this thought, but I would be honored if you did. Thank you for your time, your lessons, and all that you do for the world. By the way, you can also use AI to explore this topic further. Try a prompt like documented correlation between emotional intelligence and propensity to learn, emphasis on fear. Thank you.